First of all, we'll begin with number 7, Macy Seymour.
She was in my 7th grade class, and then that 8th grade year she wanted to play. And it's not because we were just like dominating, you know. That was our worst season. We only won 9 games that year.
I had never really got involved with the soccer team. I really don't know why. After joining in the 8th grade, I realized that soccer was the thing I should have been playing all along and focusing on.
The thing I love about Macy is she doesn't let the size of her body control how she plays. I mean, she's so aggressive. I mean, you just can't teach that, and she just does it.
Macy's really determined and passionate about anything that she does.
Division game. It was the last one. It was when we won championship, and me and Macy were coming off the field, and she was running beside me, and I looked to the right, she looked at me, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe we did it," and just jumped on me, and I was like, oh gosh. So I just tried to get to her height and jump up with her so I wouldn't fall over.
Macy's so good at putting the information out there, what you need to hear, and maybe not always what you want to hear, but doing it in a way where it's respectful as well. Definitely love that kid to death.
She always just seems really, like I said, she's really passionate about what she's doing, and she gets really serious, and I think it just shows the kind of leader that she is.
Please honor number 7, Macy Seymour. Number 9, Lizzie Lee.
I remember G said, "Oh, you got Lizzie Lee on your team," and I remember him saying this straight up. He said, "You will love Lizzie Lee." And G is always right about everything, and he was definitely right about that. Lizzie just is such a kind soul, and to be such a small person, is totally not who she is. That girl's heart is so big, beating inside of her chest, and what she does in that almost mother role for the team this year is incredible.
I think she was the first person to congratulate me after I got my first varsity goal, which, I mean, it was just by hell yeah, but it was still a big deal to me. And she was like, "Hey, you did so good, that was such a great goal," and I was like, "Oh, thank you." Lizzie is super determined. You can see how hard she works and everything she does, and you can just tell that she cares a lot about the team and that she's a caring person in general.
Just got a big smile on her face and just cares and just wants to, like I said, just wants to please, wants to do the best she can do for the team at all possible times. That's Lizzie Lee, man. Easily the most aggressive kid on our team, with the exception of Olivia Vines. But Lizzie Lee will get all over you really quick, and you better watch out if she's coming for you.
Number 9, Lizzie Lee. Number 17, Ivie Sable.
What's your name? She said, Ivie. I looked at her and I was like, "What did you say?" She said, Ivie. I was like, I've never met anyone named Ivie before. Okay, cool. Honestly, I really didn't think much at the very beginning. I really had no idea what to think about her. I was like, you hate to judge a book by its cover, but I was like, is this kid ever going to be a player? I'm not real sure. But Ivie started working immediately, and you could see every single time that we showed back up that Ivie had done something more away from practice. She started putting the work in away from practice. She started playing club ball and things like that. She was always watching soccer as well. Me and her could have conversations about a game that was on TV or whatever.
Ivie's really funny. I think she's one of the funniest people I know. Ivie makes me laugh every day. She's super funny, and she makes practice better for everyone who's there. And she's really hardworking and one of the most talented players I guess I've ever met.
I'm the biggest drama queen.
I think where she is today, signing a scholarship to go play at a really good school at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, and being highly recruited, and just having the ability to play some of the passes that she plays in a game.
Hold on.
If I've ever been wrong about judging someone by the book, by their cover, I was definitely wrong about Ivie.
Wait, what was the question?
Number 21, Anna Grace Thompson.
She was another girl that when I first got here, she was in the 7th grade that year, and she played a little bit in the past, like some sportsplex soccer and things like that, but I think she was just trying to like find a little someplace to fit. Super timid little girl at the time, and but had some raw talent. I mean, had some raw ability. It just needed to be pulled out of her. She's a very smart player. I mean, she does simple things right. And I think when you're looking at soccer, you look at, you know, the big moves and the big goals and the, you know, the crazy step overs and the cool, you know, all that cool flashy stuff. And, you know, that gets all the media attention, all that stuff. But it's just, to me, what Anna Grace does, the simplicity of it, is beautiful.
I think AGT is just really chill. Like, she's really just a laid-back person. Like, she's always just like, hey, how you doing? You know, just really laid back.
When Anna Grace almost busted her head wide open.
I just got head-butted to the ground, and I had a giant goose egg on my head.
And I said she looked like a devil horn was coming out. It was so big. I mean, it looked like a little ball was there, and then you know how those little babies with devils? Well, it looked like a horn was about to poke out. I was scared of her.
I really would love to go on record and say I am so incredibly proud of how far she's come from day one to some of the adversity that existed throughout, and being patient and waiting her turn. And then when it finally comes, she's grabbed a hold and you can't take it from her. In my coaching career, one of the greatest success stories that I've ever had as a coach is Anna Grace Thompson. No doubt about that.
Anna Grace Thompson.
Definitely the people, the players. They're my family.
All the people.
Just like all the friendships, like there's never really a whole lot of drama. We have good team chemistry.
I have to say the bond. I feel like this year, like our team, we're just one big family, all playing a game that we love very passionately. So it's all like a bunch of sisters on the field, just playing with each other and having fun, competing and pushing and encouraging each other to make each other better.
I guess probably not always just show love, but also show tough love, because, I mean, it's part of life. Prepares you for the real world.
Just listen to the players, like when they have a problem or a suggestion, like soccer-wise, like take it into consideration, because they might actually have something really smart or important to say.
Thank you for pushing me for the last 6 years. I hope you continue to do the same thing with the other players to come, because they need it. And even when they think that they don't, if you think they're uncoachable, you can coach them. They just need a little extra push to get them there.
Don't go easy on them. You know, it's good to have somebody encouraging you and saying positive things, but you've also got to have those points where you have to be corrected. You have to be told what you can do better, or else you're not going to get better. There's always room for improvement.
It'd probably be just don't take it for granted.
Just to not take it for granted as well, and keep setting the standards higher every year.
Work hard, play hard, practice like you play like you practice.
Well, obviously just work hard, but I'd have to say love the game and appreciate every second that you have.
From Coach Glenn, and it's to always just roll with the punches.
And Cash told me to watch the ball and not their feet.
From Trey to stay in the middle. No, I'm just kidding. Probably from the seniors last year, like Colby, telling us not to take things for granted. It's like more understandable now that I'm in their position.
Well, I've kind of gotten the same advice from both my dad and Coach Glenn, but they've always just told me to lead the team, you know, be a leader, and do that by not just in games, but also the way you practice. You know, give it your all, and the hard work is going to pay off eventually.